Hello everyone, in this video we're going to cover the basic navigation of Revit. After watching this video, please watch all the other videos that I've uploaded. There are actually links to another video or content creator from Revit that I thought was very appropriate. The video is a little bit slow, but please be patient and watch it all the way through, as I'm sure you will learn quite a bit. So let's get started. What I'd like you to do is start by opening up a sample project. There's a link for this particular project that you can download on the OneDrive. You should see the link on the module. But also if you download it Revit, it actually comes with Revit. So just kind of find this RAC basic sample project and open it up. And we'll just use this project to take a test drive on Revit for those of you guys that are new to Revit. This is your 3D view, so let's start off there. So you click that, and you will see that with your scroll button that you're able to zoom in and out. And if you click the middle button, you'll be able to pan. Okay, so zoom in and out, and then click the same middle button or the scroll wheel, and you'll be able to pan. If you click the scroll wheel, but you hold down Shift, you'll be able to rotate your model. So this is your kind of basic navigation on looking at this model. Okay, so again, push the scroll button and push down Shift. You'll be able to navigate. Scroll in and out to zoom, and then push the middle button again to pan. Also, this is my own personal setting, but this is your quick access bar, I think it's called. And normally it'll show up here. I like to click on that and say show below the ribbon. Believe it or not, having it down here, that extra few drags of the mouse, really, if you're using Revit all day, it's very helpful. So I definitely recommend moving it down below the ribbon. This is your basic ribbon tab. You have the architecture ribbon, you have the systems ribbon, insert. So you have all of these tabs, and as you click the tabs, you'll get various different Revit options and tools. For the most part, you will be living 80% of the time in this architecture ribbon using all of these other tools here. You'll be using insert a lot, annotate, masking and site, maybe just to set up a topo surface or basically your property lines, but not much. And then you will be using manage and modify quite heavily. So please get accustomed to where these tab panels are, and as we go on with this semester, we will be going through all of the various tools that you see on the screen. This is your properties bar and your project browser. You may be able to undock it if you like, but typically you definitely want to keep one side of it docked on the left and the other side docked on the right, just the way we have it here. You can pull it a little bit if you like. If you happen to lose it or they are gone, for instance, I'm going to just X them out, then you just will simply go to your View tab, and on the user interface, you turn on your project browser, and you want to turn on your properties. So they'll pop right back on. The Properties tab and the Project Browser are probably your most two important windows in my mind. The Properties tab is, it'll give you the property of any object that you choose. So for instance, if I choose this roof, it tells me what kind of roof it is, where it starts and where it begins, and it has a whole series of information, all the basic properties of what this element is. I can pick this tree, and it'll tell me what kind of tree I chose, at what level it is, whether it's on the ground level or the first level or the third level, phase it was created. So please be mindful of this Properties tab, as it'll change depending on what you choose. Your project browser is basically all of your views, your drawings, everything that creates a construction document, and also your 3D views. So if I collapse all of these, they're kind of broken down into some major categories. The first one is your views. So that's all your views, meaning your first floor, second floor, your 3D views, your section views, your elevation views, all the views to your project. And then you have your legend. Legends are kind of like your key map, if you will. And if you create legends, the legends can live in multiple sheets. And I'll explain that further later. And here's a view for all of your schedule. And later on, you'll be creating a window schedule and a door schedule. We'll be covering that. And then all your quote-unquote your blueprint or your plans of your project will live in the sheets. So here you'll have your floor plan sheet. In this case, it will be A102 plans. You'll have your site plan. You'll have your elevation. So all the stuff that you will quote-unquote print will be on the Sheets project browser. Your Revit model will have have a ton of families, and this is a very unique Revit vocabulary. Everything on Revit is really a family. So you're going to have family of walls, and then in that family you'll have all kinds of different types of wall types. You could have a family of furniture. You could have a family of electrical equipment. So in this class you'll hear me quite often refer to families, and it's just a generic term for an intelligent Revit object, I guess. So these are all the families that are currently loaded in this particular file that we can drag and drop and use in our project. Okay, so let me just show you one more basic navigation. So if I click on you notice that when I click on an object, like for instance here, my properties turns into this basic wall because I chose this basic wall, and it's down on the bottom below grade. I'm going to choose this wall, and my property palette changes. Now if I click on the white screen, which is really nothing, it'll give me the property of this particular view, this 3D view, right? What's really fun also, for those of you guys that are new to Revit, you click on section box. It may not be shown, so you want to come down here to reveal, and here's the section box. It was hidden. Basically, we're going to say unhide. And with that section box, you can actually push and pull these arrows, and you are able to cut a live section through your project. And when I show these to my clients, they're always amazed. So anyway, this is the Z-plane, so we can kind of see this house as a dollhouse. So you're able to kind of cut and dice this model the way how you need to see it, so that you can make your design and construction decisions. Alright, so that's the section box, and you could choose to turn it off, which will give you the model in a whole. You could actually turn it back on, and then you can start to cut up your model. Okay, so for this demonstration session, I'd like you guys to just kind of navigate through this model, use a section box, zoom in and out, get the generic Revit interface and the navigation, get a feel for that, and then we'll see you on the next video.